Shout out to everybody tuning in. Welcome to another episode of the Black Couch, where we discuss mental health and just document my journey and put a black face on it. But the content is for everybody. If you've been watching, you've been tuned in, I definitely appreciate you. Happy Sunday. I'm feeling a lot better than I was the last time I was on here. It was, I just had an attack, went to emergency and all that. If you need to catch up, make sure you go check out that video. But if you know the last two videos, I've been talking about waiting till March 7th, and we finally made it to March 7th. And I end up going to have my appointment. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna go in and possibly get started because my levels was 185. Hold on, let me see. What was my original levels? My original level was 187 for total testosterone. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna go in and they gonna, these 90-year-old or more levels. These levels wouldn't be normal for a 70, 80 year old. You can go check this the type in testosterone levels, ages, and it'll give you a different bracket. So for my age range, it's supposed to be around 600, 700, maybe three on the low end or something like that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go in and they're gonna see it like, man, this is drastically low, and we need to get you some ASAP. Because I didn't know whether they would understand the connection with anxiety, the mental health, and testosterone levels in men, but it seemed like they were very aware of that. But it was more so questions trying to, of course, they look over your whole chart, but I had to catch them up on everything pretty much that I've been explaining on here. And then they were kind of stuck on like a depression thing, and I haven't really experienced that since 2010. Like I was trying to tell them, all of this was new, just happened in September, and my thing that I've been dealing with more than anything is low energy and anxiety. I explained to them the emergency situation and all that, so we go over everything. They take all the information, examine my stomach. You have to put your pants down. They examine you down there. Men or women, they will have to examine your private. Um, Let me see. They just asked a bunch of questions. Usually, I'm dealing with the resident at first, and then the main doctor comes in. He asks all type of, when is the last time this, when is the last time that, are you doing drugs? They just pretty much want to get an overview of what's going on and what could possibly be causing it. And then they said we need to do another blood test, which shocked me because I'm like, man, I could see if my levels was like, you know high to almost 300, like I said, the low end of normal or something like that. And then it's like, but when it's, 187, we talking about super low levels for my age. So for me, it's just like, man, let's get this going. I'm trying to, I got things I want to do. I need my energy up. I need my mind clicking as much as possible. I want to get back driving trucks, but I don't want to rush that process and end up messing something up, rushing, when, I can take my time with this and get back all the way right, and then hopefully be able to be in a proper mental state to do that. There's other people's lives at hand, so you never want to rush a situation like that. So that's more so my mindset. So I I guess they wanted to do it because when I originally took it, it was around 2, 3 o'clock. So they wanted to do it at a faster state because the science is, your levels are supposed to be higher in the morning and on a fasted state. So, no eating past 12 o'clock. Wake up, don't eat. Just come in, give the blood test. So I let me see. Did anything stand out in the appointment? They examine the body, ask questions, sexual history. How are you waking up erect? Uh, just everything that involves that. How's your energy? Are you staying up? Um, Muscle soreness, everything like that. And then when we got to anxiety and depression and all that, they did, the doctor was acknowledging like, yeah, if your levels are low, that could affect this, your anxiety, depressive, mental state, all that. Only thing that they got wrong, uh, I said I drank here and there, and she put on the report. He said he drunk heavy. I'm like, where did you get that from here and there? I said I drink water heavy, so that's something I do have to correct going back. But I just said that because they was like, you never use no, no drug, no nothing like that. I know sometimes people quit, I'm just, normalize it. Like, nah, I drink here and there and stuff like that. But they put heavy, so they misheard me on that. They wrote hydroxy cut wrong, I think, on my report, and then they put. I was saying I had got down to 265 and weight from 300, and they had put 260. So them three things I have to correct. So they scheduled me for the next day to come in at a fastest day. Well, I said I'll come in tomorrow. I'm trying to get this going as soon as possible. Really, I wish we could have had the next appointment in a couple weeks or something like that. I mean, we could have had it that week, but I understand if we could push it a couple weeks. So I come back in, and y'all ain't gonna believe it. So I get to the back. Now, the only thing about my people sometimes, man, I done been in school, then I see a lot of people cheating their way through school. So I get to the back, and the girl doing my blood, so she put the needle in. She like, I don't know where she like, I don't know where, I can't see your veins. She like, I don't know which one, a blood vessel or a tendon or something like that. I'm like, so I'm like, I don't know what you mean. She's like, yeah, I don't know which one which. So I'm gonna put it in there and move it around, and you just tell me when you feel something or till it get unbearable. So I'm like, man, she what? In my mind, I'm like, man, what? How is she doing this and she don't know? Like this can't be safe. So she moved it around a little bit, can't find it. I'm like, you try the other arm. They usually use the other arm, so she put it in there like, all right, I'm feeling it. I still don't know if this is a tendon or a thing. So she put it in there, and thankfully she, it was a vein. Got the blood. She took like 4 vials of blood, and now I think it took two of them came back. Like one came, cortisol came that day. Let's see, got cortisol, and I think SBG came a few days after cortisol. So my SBG is 10, and that's sex hormone binding globulin, and that's pretty much like the storage. So you don't want it too high because you don't want it storing all the testosterone, but you don't want it too low because it's like the water pump in the like. It's like if you got a loaf of bread, you want to slice it up to have food for the whole day. You don't just want to eat it all at breakfast. And when it's too low, it's not holding enough. So it's just burning it all, as quick as possible. And mine was on the lower end. So normal was 16.5 to 55.9, and my level was 10. So that could be why at moments I'll be like super, can do what I need to do as far as workouts, have energy early, but then I'll start burning out and just not want to do nothing because, my sexual hormone binding gob, globulin is too low, so it's not storing enough to, dish everything out throughout the day. So my prolactin, what they say prolactin was. Prolactin. I can't really remember what prolactin was, but my prolactin, the normal range is 4 through 15, and mine is at 9. Um, so the free testosterone is, like you say, you can have a bunch of testosterone, but if it's too much stored with that SHBG, then it's still kind of no good because it's not out there for you to readily access. So the good thing was my free testosterone was higher than before. So before it was 70, and now it's 83. And that could be because we took it in the morning on an empty stomach, and where they might have been expecting a spike in total, it was a spike in the free. So Normal range for free is between 40 and 250, and it's two different frees. So, and they say the same thing. So I don't know the difference. I heard somebody break down the difference between the two, but on my results it say the same. So I say free and weekly bound testosterone, and right now mine is 83, and this was a 9 o'clock test on the 8th, and okay, this the percent and the percentage and weekly bound testosterone was 54, and that's up from 38. And normal is between 9 and 46. So on both of those, or on the percentage, I'm above, and on the free weekly bound testosterone NG, I'm at 83 NG. So that's, oh no, that's still low, way under 250. So it's, it's not below, but it's not 250 either. So that's that. My cortisol was low, so that's pretty much how the stress going on in the body. It was 10.6, and what's normal? Normal between 7 and 9 is 5 to 22, and I'm at 10, so halfway to 20. Not too high, not too low. And my total testosterone. So I'm trying to tell them, like, just let me get the shot, man. I'm over here struggling now. We doing good with what we got, but you know, you know, that put me through so much pain now. So before it was 187 ng, uh, and on the 8th at 9 o'clock. Before it was at 254 on the 10th, and on the 8th at 9 o'clock it was 154. So we went down. It went down from 187 to 154. So almost a little over a 30 drop. So if I'm the doctor, I'll probably be calling me like, "Hey, man, you 29, almost 30. You only got 154. You might need to get in here." But no call. They rescheduled me for the 4th. So good thing we halfway through. My birthday's on the 16th. So I'll be 30, and my next appointment is on the 4th. Now on my notes it said we gonna do another blood test, and I'm kind of hoping that I can really just get started, because I'm trying to get back moving and functioning, and working, driving, just mentally sound all the way around. I was trying to, I was hoping that I could be moving towards that right now. So it's looking like this process might be until May. They're gonna do one more blood test. They didn't really do nothing with my diet because I was already eating on point. No meat. I cut the sweets after everything happened, or me going to the hospital. Um, a bunch of water. Trying to think, what else am I doing? Not eating after 6. Yeah, so everything on point as far as that. April 4th is the next day. Make sure you stay tuned in, stay keeping up. I didn't end up going back to the Buspar because I got back to my working out, started getting a little OD with the water, just drinking a lot more before and after the workouts. Propel package right after the workout. I did a vitamin C the other day, which helped me feel real good. I did about 5 grams of vitamin C. I'm gonna do another one today. Probably try to do that every other day just to cleanse out, whatever bacteria or whatever that's in the body. Just strengthen the system all the way around. What else I'm doing? Yeah, I don't know. I just been feeling, I done had days where I had spots where I kind of felt like me, you know. So I got back on my lion's mane routine, one in the morning, one around 5 o'clock. And, I have my days where I'm feeling like me, but then, too much be going on, and my mind get a little overwhelmed and space me out, but it wasn't as bad as that day when I was in Costco and everything was moving and all that. I'm more closer to where I was before I went to the hospital that Monday. So yeah, shout out to everybody tuning in. Happy Sunday. Appreciate the love. Well wishes, blessings on your journey. Let me know, uh, if you're going through anything similar like this in the comments, where you at on your journey, and any questions, feel free to ask. And I think one of my free peace 316 on Twitter. Spread peace, positivity, and love. The Black Couch. I'm out, man.